Hi guys, my name is Patrizia and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will teach you how to do salon baby boomer, and we are going to be using Polygel, Acrygel for this technique. Thank you for coming and keep on watching. Okay guys, so as you see on my hand, I have a competition style French stiletto that I did a tutorial on. And on this one I'm gonna do salon baby boomer. We are gonna be using Acrygel for this technique, and we're gonna be doing almond shape. So before I start, I have some gel on my nail. And I will have to just make it thinner and to remove whatever I can, but I'm not gonna remove the whole thing. I'm gonna leave a thin layer of gel still on my nail. So first I will just start with the preparation of the natural nail. Okay, I'm gonna start with the cuticles now, and later on I will mattify natural nail with either with the hand file or with the machine. But first I will start with my all-time favorite. This is called Big Cylinder Bit, and this one I mentioned in my previous video. I like to use it just because it pushes back the cuticle, and it also cuts the cuticle from the nail plate. So if there is any sticky skin on the nail that you find it hard really to remove, the best thing to do is to use the machine and to use this bit. This bit you can buy with Russian Dry Manicure Kit. I like to use it around, I would say, no more than 10,000 spins, so it really depends how thick the cuticle is. My cuticles are not that thick, so I don't have to go that high. I like to start from the middle, then going down, and then either from the right corner up, and down. So it really depends on you, whatever you think is more comfortable for you. For those of you who don't know what baby boomer is, so baby boomer is a blend between milky pink and milky white. It's really beautiful. At this stage I think it's super popular in salon work, especially not especially, I think all generations really like this style because it's super elegant, super natural, and the thing that I love about it is just when it grows, the transition between the gel and the natural nail is so beautiful. So you can wear it, you know, for some period of time, and you will not be able to see that growth, which for me is always a plus. And I think it's very popular with the brides, so it's super elegant. Okay, I will change my rotation and I will just do another side as well. The next part is using the sanding paper bit. This one is super soft. I would say it's around 180 to 200 grits, so it's super soft, perfect for the natural nail. If you don't have the machine or you don't like to use the sanding paper bit, you can use any good quality nail file, which is 180 to, you know, even softer grit files. Because we are using this on the natural nail, it has to be super soft. So I will actually start with my machine, and this one I don't go higher than 3,000 spins because it's on the natural nail. Even lower, it can be lower, so, but don't go any higher. So with this one I will just remove the shine from my natural nail. The shine from my natural nail. Have some product left as well. So the thing is not to overfile your natural nail or your client's nail, just to remove that shine. can use a file after if you see some spots that are still shiny. I'm going super gentle. Super gentle pressure. So if you're new to my channel, you probably don't know, but I like to sculpt my nails, the nails that I do for my clients. I know and I teach how to do tips and forms, but my preference is nail forms. So basically all of the videos that you will see, majority will be using the nail forms. So when I say sculpting the nail, that means that we are using nail form. Okay, I will just spray some prep liquid. Okay, next step, always using nail prep to dehydrate the nail. You can put a little bit on the skin because it contains isopropyl alcohol, so it kills bacteria. Let it dry. Next step that I'm gonna be using is gonna be acid-free primer, and this one is from the brand called Truscada. I really like this product. So this is acid-free, meaning that it's sticky, and don't flood the natural nail with this product. You just want to cover the whole nail, but you don't want to put too much. Always making sure I put enough on the sides. And free edge. Okay, next step is gonna be my base gel, and for my base gel I love to use again Truscada rubber base. I really love this product, and I love the packaging. I think it's super cute. If you know me, or you're about to know me, you know I'm sucker for lovely packagings. Even if I don't need it, I will buy it just because it's pretty. I'm junky in that way. Okay, I take a little bit of the rubber base and I put it on my brush. I prefer to put it on my gel brush because I have more control with the brush, because if you put too much base gel, it can cause you some problems later on. It can cause you lifting problems. It depends from brand to brand, but it's always good to know the amount you're using, and to help myself I always like to use then my gel brush. So I will cover the whole nail. Making sure you don't go on the skin. Okay, and once I covered the whole nail, I will start to rub this product in. Rub in. Because this way we are making sure that the product sticks to the acid-free primer that we already have applied. It creates a better bond. Okay, once that's ready, I will pop that in a lamp for 60 seconds. It really depends what kind of lamp you're using. The best ones that I can recommend you is the UV LED lamps, because they're much stronger. So my nail is inside of the lamp for 60 seconds, 1 minute. I have a really strong lamp. Okay. Always wipe my brush in between. I will put the lid on and I will put back this brush. Next, what I need, it's gonna be my nail form. And I will apply it according to the shape that I'm doing, which is almond shape. I will check if I have to tailor the form. And if I do, I will just tailor the nail form. If you never use the nail forms and you're not sure how to use it, I will do a video explaining just how to properly use a nail form, but that's gonna be in a separate video. Always make sure that the nail form is not crooked, and from the side that it goes how it's supposed to go according to the shape. Okay, so this is the side view. The most important thing is that we don't have any gaps in between, and I will start to build my nail. So the products that I'm gonna be using, I mentioned before, I'm gonna be using Polygel. So I'm gonna be using Crystal Nails Acrygel in white, and I'm gonna be using Glam Lax Professional Polygel in Milky Pink. Okay. You will also need cleanser, because if you never used Polygel before, you need to know that Polygel is a mix between acryl and mix between a normal builder gel. So that means that it's a little bit different consistency. It's kind of gummy consistency, so you need to use cleanser in order to prevent your brush from sticking to the product. If you are used to using builder gels, you can also do this technique the same way I do it, but you just change the products. And if you're used to using blah blah, and if you're used to using acryl, you can use again the same technique but just with different products. The brush that I'm gonna be using for this technique, it's from Crystal Nails. It's Jelly Gel brush. I like it. There are some other brushes that you can use as well that are really good, but you have to find whatever suits you the best. And we can start. I will start with scooping out my product. And I will do a salon length baby boomer. So this one was all the way until the end of the form, but this one for salon work clients normally don't go for extreme shapes or lengths. So I will do a salon long almond shaped baby boomer. So I will just place my product one thing that I forgot, so because I'm gonna be using cleanser, I will need a paper tissue just so I can always clean my brush between dipping into cleanser and going onto the nail. So give me 1 second until I get it. Okay, I'm back. So I'll just put a bit of paper tissue. I will turn the table off. Okay, so I will turn the table back on. Okay, so I'm dipping my brush into the cleanser and just tapping the excess off. Your brush should not be dry, but it should not be too wet, so you kind of have to have a middle. You will feel it. Maybe after maybe when you do it first time, it's gonna be too wet or too dry, but that's a good mistake to do, because on that mistake you will learn how to do it for the next time. So dip it in, clean it on the paper towel, and let's start to move this ball. Okay, from side to side. As you see, it's gummy. It's a gummy consistency. Sorry guys, that's my dog. Sorry guys, that was my dog jumping on me. Okay. Always the most important thing when you're working with the nail forms is to have enough product on the side walls here. So always before you pop it in a lamp, make sure that you do have everything nicely connected there. If you need to add more, you can always add more. On this part, I will not be too concerned about my shape. Is it perfect or not? Because my file is my best friend. So if it's not perfect, okay, I can see I'm missing tiny bit of the product on my one of my sides, which is this one. So I will just add tiny bit. Just there. Okay, now I will put this nail in a lamp. I will put it in for 10 seconds first, and then I'm gonna pinch the nail. Lovely thing about this product as well, it does not have heat spikes, so you can leave it on just in the lamp. Okay, 10 seconds. And I will take my pinching tool. And let's pinch it. Okay. And that's happening. Now I'm gonna put it back for the full curing time, which is in my lamp 60 seconds. Okay. I will remove my pinching tool and I will remove my nail form. Okay, so we can see the difference the pinching tool makes. So we have a really nice tunnel, C-curve, and let's finish this nail. So I used 1 bowl or 2 bowls to make the extension, but now I will use white again because we're doing baby boomer and I just want to level everything up. So not too much, just a little bit, and I will put it on the free edge. So it has to be a little bit thicker at the free edge, and then as you go towards the middle, this is where you want to make the product a little bit thinner, so when you put your pink, so it blends more easily. Take into cleanser. The brush, and let's go. Again, I will repeat the same thing that I mentioned before. Always make sure that your sides are strong enough. So I can see on one of my sides, I am missing tiny bit of the product. No problem. Let's just add a little bit more there. When you do this on a client, first you do the first extension on the nail form on all 10 fingers, and then you repeat each step again on all 10 fingers. So you're not doing one full nail and then do another full nail completely, because that way you just lose time. Okay, that's how it's looking so far. I think I can add a little bit more on that side. I always go under as well, just there. I mean, it wouldn't be a problem if you do get gel there, because if you have electric file, it's super easy to remove it, but why to do something that we can prevent? Okay, and let's pop it back in a lamp. I will put it in again first for 10 seconds and then full curing time. Okay, let's pinch it. And now back again to 60 seconds. Okay, once that's finished, I will remove my pinching tool. Okay, and now next part is gonna be applying the milky pink. Just close mine. Okay, and milky pink, I'm using Glam Lac Professional in shade Milky Pink. Okay, we take a bowl and let's start to stretch it out. So we have to now, with the pink, build our apex. So apex is the highest point of the nail, usually goes at the back third of the nail. This is highest point that gives the strength to your structure, so whatever nail you built. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that pink on top of that white so we can get that nice transition going. Be careful not to touch the skin. So always think of the cuticle as your frame. So you don't want to go over your frame. And I will start to stretch that pink down. Okay, I will take a little bit more pink, just really tiny bit, because I want to have a little bit more pink on the white. Some clients like more white, to have more white rather than the pink, some opposite, so it really depends then on your clients, but I like to have a little bit more white, but I like also slightly bit pink on the white. Okay, before I put this in a lamp, I always like to go with the wooden stick. I dip it in a cleanser and I like to go around my cuticle, just making sure that nothing goes on the skin. Okay, and now I will pop this back in a lamp for the full curing time, which is gonna be 60 seconds. I will close my brush in between. So once that's cured, I will take my wipe, which is already soaked in cleanser, and I will wipe the sticky layer off before I start to file. Okay, let's file it up. So for Baby Boomer, I like to use really soft file. Usually I work with soft files as well. I like to use 180 grit file, and I like to use for shaping 150 grit file. But for this case, when I do Baby Boomer, most of the times I'm using 180 grit file, just because I find Baby Boomer very delicate, so I don't want to overfile. But again, if it does happen that you maybe overfile a little bit more than you wanted to, you can always go back and just add a little bit of more. You can always go back and add a little bit more product. Okay, I will just close everything so I don't get any dust, and I will turn my table back on. Okay, first I start with the side walls. So in my opinion, when you do almond, if it's shorter, it should be more oval. When it's longer, it can slightly be more pointy, but not too pointy, because then you're getting stiletto. So kinda you have to find your balance. I will now use a little bit stronger file, which is 150, just for the sides, but then when I start to file the structure, I will switch back to 180. now I will go back to 180 grit file and I will start to file this surface. I'm always checking for the thickness from all perspectives, which is this side, this view, from the side, another side. Around the cuticle, you want to have it nice and neat. Now I'm going to use a buffer just to buff everything out. So almond has a nice arch from the highest point down. Okay, and let's apply some top coat. For today, I'm going to be using Truscada's No Wipe top coat. And this one doesn't have a sticky layer and it's super shiny. Make sure that you don't touch the skin. Okay, so after that's finished, let's apply some cuticle oil. And because this one is not sticky, I will just apply cuticle oil on the skin. Let's try not to touch the nail and the top coat, because sometimes that can make it look a little bit dull. And that's the finished result. So this is the baby boomer salon technique, salon shaped almond. I will post also like few photos of the finishing results so you can see. If you have some questions, please leave it in the comment section, and if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you already are not. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao!